I believe I will reach my goal with the Ortus around the end of next week. Currently I'm sitting at 850 Killmarks, just short of 900 and just short of the maximum possible Killmark count currently in the game. The Ortus has definitely been the best cruiser that I've ever flown. It will be quite hard to go from this cruiser to another, although I already have a nice ship in mind that's already built, and you are going to see a little bit of that ship in this video. Now, speaking of the bonuses, well, no other ship does have the same bonuses as the Ortus. Maybe the Vigilant, but it only has 3 medium slots, while the Ortus has 4. And of course, let me just quickly show you the bonuses, just to show what I'm talking about. So basically a perfect tackle ship that can hold basically any ship in the game, has phenomenal bonuses on missiles, very scary damage output and alpha damage on medium missiles, to be honest. Can be built to be against cruisers and frigates, also can be built to be used against battlecruisers and battleships, which I'm currently doing. Well, overall, a very good ship that I can't recommend enough because it's just a very amazing ship to fly. Alright, well, enough of that. Time to jump in the fight and let's see what kind of kills we get today. Now, the first one might be one of the funniest kills that I've ever had so far. I have scanned a Raven and now I'm going to engage. Now, one thing that was very suspicious here, they were at the base, and I was wondering who is, crazy enough to start ratting in a pirate system. And well, I went to check out what's going on there, and of course to tackle the target. Now I'm landing, and first thing that I see when I land here is the Raven is at 0. It's basically surrounded by these ships. And the second weird thing, it's already in low hull. Now, by this time, I figured out what was going on, so I went on and I went to go and grab the kill. Fun fact, if you lose your ship by pirates like this, you don't have to wait 12 hours for the ship to be back. If you get killed by a player, then you have to wait 12 hours. And that player now has to wait 12 hours for the ship to be back. Kinda evil for me, I will admit. But, well, they came to our system, so I have to do my job at shooting down any ship that is threatening our location. Now, second target, I have scanned another Raven. Now this Raven is totally different from the first one, because this Raven is a bait. And I know that, we had a lot of very interesting traffic in this system, so I know that this is a bait, but bait or not, I want to shoot something, so Raven happens to be one of my favorite targets. And there is one more signal on the scanner. That is a Rattlesnake on the station. 7 in local, a lot of reds in the system. Okay, I'll maintain the range, maintaining the orbit. You probably know Ravens don't do a lot of damage to this ship. I can tank a Raven all day long without a problem with the Ortus. The next ship will be able to do that even better, because it will have bonuses on a micro warp drive signature penalty. That means I can use the micro warp drive and even take less damage. Now the local is slowly going up because the Raven is calling in for help. and I'm already prepared to warp out if necessary. The local did spike quite a bit actually, it's at 10 now. Neutrals and reds are working together, so I am heavily outnumbered here, and I know that they are on the way. That Raven is also built to tank, a full bait Raven. It has no DPS, but it has a very good tank. And so far, I'm holding out without a problem. My capacitor is quite okay. The shield is also holding out very well. This also happened early in the morning, so most of the fleet that I'm in at the moment is asleep. And after fighting for some time, the Raven did eventually get some help that's currently warping towards me. I'm still holding out without a problem, although I'm orbiting a little bit further away. The Raven has dual large shield boosters with capacitor batteries and full-on shield tank on both rigs and low slots, so it is incredibly tanky. Now I have separated my weapons into two groups with 3 launchers each. That way I can swap to another target if necessary. Capacitor holding out, shield is holding out. As you can see, I'm taking this fight very chill. Because currently I'm in the advantage. Even if I get jumped, I will be in the advantage. Now it will be time to warp out, because I got intel that they haven't docked a fleet, so it will be time to warp out. There is the interceptor, and I warped out while the rest of the fleet is landing on the mission. Was a nice attempt. Alright, now on to the new ship that I was talking about. Well, it is the Covertops Bellicose. I believe, yeah, this is the tier 10 version of this ship. I absolutely love this ship. Its effects are kinda unique, and it works incredibly well against basically all ships. Our target will be this Vindy that was caught at the station. They did aggro the bubble, so they cannot dock for some time. And I believe they think that they can do a 3 versus 1, so they are not going to dock anytime soon. Alright, now this ship has a bonus on target painters, and I have maxed out skills for basically all cruisers by now, so the effects on all of my cruisers and all of my modules is going to be pretty strong. And as you can see, I'm doing some pretty good damage to that faction battleship. We are going through the armor very well and very quickly. I'm almost doing like 3,000, a little bit over 3,000 per hit. Now this ship has slow missiles, you can definitely notice that, but it still hits pretty well. It has pretty good percentage, pretty good bonus on the damage on the missiles, so the missiles still hit pretty hard. Okay, well, that Vindicator fought with the wrong team and they decided to stop shooting and dock. Well, we almost had him. If the bubble was just a little bit on the if the bubble was just a little bit faster on the field, it would have been different. Alright, well, next targets we have a Cynabal and a Vexor too. Now they set up a little trap for us. They decided to fight, so I came a little bit late to the party because I was swapping ships. Cynabal will be my primary target because Cynabal has a lot more DPS than the Vexor too. The target painter does a lot of work, and there goes the Cynabal. Was destroyed very quickly. And now let's go on to the Vexor too. I believe I will fly this ship with dual target painters. That way the signature of the target will be increased by a lot. Should be able to hurt interceptors and frigates very badly, to be honest, because the painters would increase the signature of the frigates quite a bit. So haven't had time to test that out, but I believe that it should do a lot of damage to frigates with my missiles, of course. Would be funny to test that out. It already goes through battleships without a problem. I believe it would also go through frigates without a problem. Now on to the Rattlesnake that I've talked about. That's the Rattlesnake. They are playing station games. They have they have aggro, I believe, so they cannot dock at the moment. Now this was just a little bit after the Raven was a bait at the anomaly over there. Now they are in the Rattlesnake. Again, local is kinda full, and again at least 3 reds are in the system. 3 of them, I believe 2 of them actually are docked, while 1 of them is undocked, so we expect more of them to pop in. I mean, that's what they have been doing the last 4 days. But we are going through this Rattlesnake's shield slowly. Who knows, they might make a mistake and they decide to open fire. If they do that, well, they will be going down very quickly. Now the Rattlesnake can't really do any damage to my Ortus because I'm faster than the drones, than the large drones on the Rattlesnake. They need to have medium or small drones, and I can tank 2 drones on the Rattlesnake without a problem. Even the missiles I can tank that as well, so Rattlesnake isn't quite a threat to this ship. But local is again slowly spiking, so I expect support for the Rattlesnake, and I have to be careful. They can undock, and most likely I'll be within the optimal range of the points in this current position. So I have to keep on moving, and I have to be very careful not to approach too close to the station with the aggro. You can't dock if you have the timer. Okay, now we have there's an Oracle 2 melting the Rattlesnake very efficiently. Almost at 50% shield. They still have aggro, I believe, because they did forget to turn off the drones or missiles. And also I'm ready to warp out if necessary. Okay, they docked. Well, was a fun attempt. One day we will get that Rattlesnake. they will make a mistake, and that mistake will be fun for us. Alright, well, after they docked, we decided to, you know, wait for them a little bit. And well, we got a... Well, what is this ship? To be honest, I have never seen this ship so far, in this game at least. It is a Logistic ship. Now, the little trap with this Logi ship is that it's built for PvP. That is a Logi trap. Very good against unsuspecting cruisers and frigates. It's also a very pretty ship. I haven't seen the Orgor be flown for a very long time. I might actually go and build a Logi trap myself. I've heard that it's pretty good. Alright, that was a nice kill. That's a tier 10 Logistic ship, I believe. Overall, a very good kill. Alright, well, I'll approach the gate now and keep on hoping that the Rattlesnake comes out of the station and warps to the gate. If they warp to the gate, we have a pretty good chance at shooting them down. Now, we did not get the Rattlesnake, but we got a Dominix, which is also a battleship. A pretty fun battleship, to be honest. Haven't been flying a Dominix myself, but I've heard very good things about it. Might, you know, buy it and test it out for a bit. It doesn't appear to have a nanocore. That's weird. Most ships that I see have nanocores on them. That does increase the price by a good amount. Dominix now into armor. Soon we'll be into hull. Wonder how much damage would this ship do with target painters. You can actually use target painters on the Ortus. It works very well. It's just that you need to have a scanner and at least 3 points to be able to catch most targets if you are solo. Or in my case, I have 4 points because I have other ships to do the tackling. Because I have the other ships to do the scanning. We don't need 8 scanners in a fleet. And that was a nice kill as well. Alright, so far so good. Let's return to the gate and wait for the next victim. And next victim did come in, another Dominix. They did warp from one of the camped gates, I believe. So I believe that Dominix is allied with the other fleet that we are kinda at war at the moment. And this has a very nice looking nanocore, green and red. Well, that's a beautiful ship. Too bad that it got destroyed. Oh well, was a nice kill anyway. That's what matters. Okay, let's remove the pod from the field and then we can continue towards the next target. I'm still thinking if I could make the Ortus faster. I think I can. I mean, it's already very quick. Now I'm talking about making it faster because of this little situation here. This is a Garmur. Tier, well, that's not a tier ship. It's a faction frigate, Mordu faction frigate. And this little ship tried to burn away, and it's actually burning away quite quickly. Now they made a big mistake. They turned off their micro updraft and they decided to warp. That allowed me to get close to them and point them back. It's a tanky little ship, I'll give them that. Now I have to be maintaining the range, I have to keep on approaching to keep my points on this ship. Once they have been neutralized, once their capacitor has been neutralized, then they won't be able to use the micro updrive. Alright, nice. That was a nice expensive little kill. Okay, now let's... Oh, they looted the wreck. Alright, fair enough. Was a nice kill. another Mordu frigate. And that was also a nice chase. Look how far away I am from the gate. Over 100 kilometers already. That pilot had a chance to escape, but I believe they panicked. Now, next target, another very quick ship. This is a Bellicose 2 covertops, tier 9 covertops cruiser. They are very dangerous. Now, that Bellicose is using a guidance disruptor, so my missiles are going to be ineffective at this range. I have to get closer. They're also very fast. Now I can outlast them. I have basically stable capacitor. The Bellicose capacitor will slowly go down, and once their capacitor is down, the rest of the fleet can catch up with them. Now I'm orbiting at 3.4 kilometers a second. They are moving away at roughly around, I would say 2.9 kilometers per second, but I might be wrong about that estimate. Now they are trying to approach me. They are going around 2.5 kilometers per second, which is still pretty quick. And their capacitor has been depleted. That means I can approach. They're now trying to burn away, but a little bit too late for that. That was a nice kill as well. Nice little chase at the end there. Well then, we had a lot of very fun kills this day, and very fun fights as well. Overall, very happy. And look how far away I am from the gate. It did not feel like I was burning away that long to be at that range. But anyway, that was a very fun roam. Very glad to be able to fly this ship. And can't wait to have the maximum Killmark count on the Ortus. Will be a special day and will be a special video for that. But I hope that you enjoyed. Stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.